from my house. This is Elaine Swope, author and co-author of the Listos IPA packs and El Mundo Hispanohablante thematic units. Like many of you, I am now teaching online. In this video, I'd like to give you suggestions for teaching remotely using the Listos IPA packs and the thematic units. Switching to online teaching has definitely been a challenge. I've never taught online before. I have learned that I definitely need to be flexible and learn to adapt the activities that I would normally do in a classroom setting to better fit an online format. Being patient, because I know I'm going to have technical difficulties, which I've already had, and my students as well are going to have technical difficulties if they haven't yet using the online format. It's also really important to maintain a connection with students during this period of online instruction and continue to provide that meaningful feedback. First and foremost, you want to decide on an online learning platform where you can organize your lessons and make those materials available to your students. Some examples include Google Classroom, which your school district hopefully already has set up for you. Otherwise, you can create your own website on Google Sites. You can utilize Google Drive. You can create a shared class folder to put common resources in, and you can also create individual folders for your students, or Dropbox is another way to share materials. Communicating with the students during this time of online instruction is really important. So how are you going to directly communicate with them besides using email? Some suggestions include setting up virtual meetings on Google Meet/Hangouts or the Zoom video communications, and also just using direct phone calls to communicate with students and their parents. All the authentic resources from the IPA packs and the thematic units are from the internet, so they can be accessed via the direct links. They can also be shared with students as PDF and audio-video files. These files, after you purchase the packs or the units, are located in the resource folder. These resources can be emailed as attachments if they aren't too big, or they can be posted and shared on your online learning platform. Completing the interpretive activities remotely. So after you share those authentic resources, you can transfer the activities to a Google form and have the students fill out the activities in the form. And then once they submit, you would have their responses. Or you can transfer the activities to a Google Doc, which you can share with your students in Google Classroom and give them their own copy to edit, and then they can submit when they're finished. The presentational writing, so obviously they're not going to be in class to handwrite these activities, so they'll now have to type them. And you can have them type their responses in a Google Doc or a Google Doc or a Word doc. I specifically like the Google Doc because you can see the editing history, you can make comments and leave comments for the students, you can track changes. So if you want to have them go back and correct something, they can turn that on and then you can see how they corrected their response. You can also set deadlines and change student access from editing to viewing to commenting as you go through the revision process. Interpersonal writing. So I think the interpersonal tasks are definitely the ones that are going to be most affected through the online instruction, but they're still definitely possible. Interpersonal writing ideas include an email chain between students, and they can forward you your final change so you can see how they have responded to questions and reacted to their partner, vice versa. You can create a class blog. You can share a Google Doc between pairs of students or small groups of students, and then give them a topic and have them have a conversation, a dialogue, I guess, based on that topic. You can also post a conversation topic on Google Classroom and ask the students to comment and respond and react to the comments of other classmates. Presentational speaking, so they won't be in class to do this, to give a presentation, so you can have them record it, either just the audio or also a video on a cell phone and share it with you, record it on Screencastify, which I'm using today, which saves it directly into their Google Drive. They can record their voice on Audacity, or they can use Google Voice. And you have to set that up so it gives you a phone number that's different than your own, and the students call that phone number and leave you a voicemail. Interpersonal speaking, like interpersonal writing, definitely a little bit more challenging, but possible. So you can meet virtually in Google Hangouts Meet or the Zoom video communications. And finally, you got this. So this is definitely a challenging time for everybody. Just make sure you adapt those activities accordingly. Don't sweat the small stuff, so there will be technical difficulties. Reach out to your colleagues for support and guidance, and also your school district technology teacher could definitely be another source for ideas. And then take advantage of all the free resources available right now. So a lot of companies are offering free trials or access to their materials for free. So definitely seek those out.